Hello, Virgo. Seems like things have been very chaotic lately. And that is okay. The cool thing about chaos is that it's very obvious when you come across order, right? It's very chaos makes something that's in order. It makes it very, very obvious that it's in order. So if things have been chaotic lately, do not worry, because night eventually becomes day. Day will eventually become night. If it was day all the time, life would suck. We would probably not, we would be dead. If it was night all the time, same thing, we'd probably be dead. But a balance of day and night created this perfect world, this perfect earth, this perfect environment for us to be alive. So see it as a roller coaster ride, right? The train goes up and then it goes down, and then it goes up and then it goes down. And that's what makes it so fun. Except I hate roller coasters, and I hate that feeling of when you're going down. But this card is saying that it's time for the fun part. Perfektenschlag. Schrutes have a word for when everything is coming together perfectly. And it's Perfektenschlag. And it's not to be confused with perfect pork anus, because that is also another meaning of Perfektenschlag. But it's going to be very easy not to be confused when this time of coming together arrives, because you've been in chaos, so you know what chaos is. So now it's going to be very clear where home is. The King of Cups. Okay, that's pretty cool. When I was shuffling, this popped up. And it's here again. King of Cups. Emotions, huh? It's very clear when your emotions have been very chaotic. It's very clear the difference when they aren't chaotic. When there's water, it's very clear when there is a lot of movement, a lot of waves. But it is extremely clear also, especially comparing to those waves, when the water is still and clear with no ripples. Imagine what it would be like for your emotions to be that way, instead of being anxious and emotions being chaotic all the time, going every which way. A lot of movement, like waves. Now imagine what it would be like for your feelings to be like still water. The king rules over, right? The King of Cups rules over the emotions. The cups. And even though there are waves around him, rough waters around him, the King of Cups, within his own body, within his own emotions, is going to be still. No matter what movement there is around him, within his own body and his own emotions, he is still. Nice. They're looking the same way. Interesting. Now that we have figured out how to rule over our emotions and make them still, let's not let the rules take over. Right? Like, this is what I feel about times these days, is whenever the rules become more important than the reason that those rules were implemented, then that's going to be chaotic. That's going to be that movement. That's going to be those waves. But we have to remember the whole reason that the rules were put in the first place. And in this King of Cups, it's to feel good, right? But when you only take a look at the rules, you start feeling bad every time you don't follow these rules. And water cups don't like rules. They like movement. They like adaptability. They like change. They like to move around still, right? Not just be stuck in a set of rules. So this is the change, right? Instead of being stuck on the rules that did make us feel better, we're still going to let go of those rules, because the whole point of having those rules was to make our emotions feel better, to have fun. And kings, the rule followers don't have fun. The page has fun. The page sees life as new. This is the beginning of, we can make all the rules we want, whatever rules we want. But now it's happening with all of this experience that we had of controlling our emotions and listening to our emotions. Now it's time to have fun with all of these emotions. See, whatever, he's wearing a yellow cape. So whatever he learned in this King of Cups, he has it in his hand now. Right? You have to throw away the medicine whenever you become healed. But he's not just throwing it away. He is packing it into his experience. Time for a new adventure. Perfecting shot. Time when things are coming together. So all of this chaotic taught us how to be still within our own emotions, no matter what's going on around us. But it's time to use that and have fun. Now, creativity, number 3 of the major arcana. And look at that, that's dope. They're both doing literally the same. They're in the same pose, and all 3 of them are still looking the same direction. Everything is coming together perfectly. What are we creating? Sharing. Creating and sharing, huh? See, like businesses. What's the point of a business? Is it to make money? No. The point of a business is to provide a service. The act of making money is a side quest to the main goal, to be able to accomplish the main goal, which is to provide a service, to share something you are good at, right? To share your food if you have a restaurant, to share your capabilities, right? If you want to be a coach, share your knowledge to, creativity and sharing. Cool. So what is the point of a business? It is to provide a service. This is what's wrong with American capitalism. It's all about the money. Who can make more money? Is it business all about who can take more from the people legally, which is why there's so many rules being implemented. Why do we need thousands of rules, more and more rules every year? Like, right? Why do we need more and more rules? Like, another thing, wow, they're still facing the same direction. These are still holding out. Wow. Sharing, creativity. Another thing, all of these have their hands up. So we have words like sharing, creativity, things that you are giving to people. But when you receive your hands are up like this. So it feels like you're receiving while you're giving, while you're sharing. I hope that makes sense. There's like a gift to you to be able to share your creativity, share whatever it is you want, you are good at. But it's more like a gift to be able to do this. Valor, 7 of Wands. Okay, there's a little bit of movement here. So it kind of reminded me of, there's movement around here, but he's very still. There's movement around here, but she's very still. You need valor to be able to be that still around so much movement. There's 1 stick going up against 6. This is standing kind of like this candle. Okay, there I see kind of a round moon over here. And this also kind of is a round moon. This guy's wearing red. They all are. She's wearing red. So it's like the strength. There is food on the plate. Prince of Wands. And this is the only one that is looking towards me or a different direction than these. Okay, all of these are receiving this valor. Does you, all 3 parts of you are receiving this valor that you earned in the adventure of the King of Cups and learning how to be still around so much movement. It's interesting, the only way to learn this stillness is putting yourself in an environment of a lot of movement. That way, when stillness appears, it is very obvious, huh? And this is what feels like the end product. A Prince of Wands type of person. So let's read what this Prince of Wands, and I went right to the page. Okay, that's cool. This is a gift. This is everything coming together. All right. July 12th to August 11th. Those can be special dates. But the Prince of Wands is the heir of fire. The Prince, the heir of Wands, fire. He is romantic, especially in matters of history and tradition, to the point of folly, and may engineer stunts or play elaborate practical jokes. The ascendant or the rising sign in one's astrological natal chart is second only to the sun sign in importance. Among other things, it represents the native's personality and how they appear to others in the world. Aleister Crowley's ascendant was 3 degrees Leo. Consequently, he identified strongly with Leo and with the Prince of Wands. So the Prince of Wands rules 20 degrees Cancer to 20 degrees Leo. This card is Crowley's idealized image of himself. First of all, we find his personal seal, the mark of the beast emblazoned upon the breast of the prince, right here. This device appears in only 2 other places in the Thoth Tarot, on the 5 of Wands and the Ace of Discs, which by tradition is the signature card of the deck's creator. The prince is even seated in Crowley's favorite yogic posture, the Thunderbolt Asana. Crowley, because he felt he knew himself so well, had a great deal to say about the moral qualities and intellectual paradoxes of this card. He says, he is often violent, especially in the expression of an opinion, but he does not necessarily hold the opinion about which he is so emphatic. His character is intensely noble and generous. He may be an extravagant boaster, while slyly laughing both at the object of his boast and at himself for making it. His courage is fanatically strong, and his endurance indefatigable. He is always fighting against odds, and always wins in the very long run. This feels like this valor, yeah. Right? Fighting against all odds. While Crowley identifies it with this card because of his rising sign, it also describes a few other notables whose sun sign makes them Prince of Wands. Julius Caesar, John Dee, Nelson Mandela, Mick Jagger, Jacqueline Kennedy, Madame Blavatsky, and Christopher Hyatt were all born, in this Prince of Wands time. Fiery reds and yellows and gold dominate this card, as they do all the Wand court cards. So it sounds like that's the personality we created, we are receiving by whatever's chaotic has been going on. This is everything coming together. And not saying this is who you are now, but it's saying these are the abilities you earned, you leveled up and you earn new abilities like in video games. And so you earn this new ability of the Prince of Wands. So use it to your advantage, use it to have fun, use it to create, use it to share whatever this idea is that you want to share, that you would like to create, that is within. Dope. I'm excited to see what it is you want to be doing, Virgo. This is some pretty cool type of energy, pretty cool type of people have this type of energy. Yep. And then Dwight is telling us that it's time. He's telling us twice. It's now or never. These are moments. There are moments where we can affect change. For a few seconds every decade we exist. These are those seconds. Tick. Storm the castle. Talk. Come on, tick. It's now or never. Talk. What say you? What say you, Virgo? It's now or never. Did I stutter? The universe saying, did I stutter?